Hello everyone, this is Dr. Rajesh and today I am again with you with my new video lecture, and this video lecture is on the topic to calculate the factorial of a given number. So here we will discuss what will be the logic that we will be using in the program. So here we know that recursive definition of factorial is equal to n factorial is equal to n minus 1 factorial, where we mentioned that n is greater than 1 and we defined 1 factorial is equal to 1. So this is the recursive definition of the factorial. So if we define factorial of 5 is equal to 5 factorial is equal to 5 into 4, 4 factorial is equal to 4 into 3, and 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 factorial, and 2 factorial is equal to 2 into 1 factorial, and 1 factorial is defined as 1. So using over it here, this implies that 2 factorial is equal to 2 into 1 is equal to 2. Using over here, 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 is equal to 6. Use over here 4 factorial is equal to 4 into 6 is equal to 24, and 5 factorial will be 5 into 24 is equal to 120. So this is how factorial of 5 is used and calculated, so by a recursive definition. So here if we see that every time number n is reduced by 1 and in the end 1 factorial is equal to 1 is used and the values are back substituted, so this is called a definition of or the logic behind the factorial calculation using the recursive definition. So this will be using in the programming. So now we will see how to create its program. So this definition of recursion we will be using in the main program as a part of, or as a function. So let us see how to develop its program. In this, firstly we will see that we have to create a program to calculate the factorial of a given number, and for this we will open a new file, and this is the new file, and I am going to save it. I am going to save it with the name Rajesh calculate fact. Okay, so this file has been saved. Now I am going to include the library function. This is through this header file. So next, this library function is also included through this header file, and now the main program we have started. So firstly we will declare the variable whose factorial is to be determined. Now it will ask the user enter the number whose factorial is to be determined. Enter the number whose factorial is to be determined. So here I am going to put this and this. So here it is printf, and enter the number whose factorial is to be determined. This is a new line. So that number will be scanned %d and it will be ampersand I. Now we are going to print percent factorial of percent d is percent d, and first is I first, and second place we are printing fact I. This will get ch, hold the output screen, and this will return the termination of the main program. So here if we see, everything is known. Int variable we have declared, print, this will ask enter the number whose factorial is to be determined. This will introduce the new line, that number will be scanned, this will give the output. Here I is known, but fact function is not known. In this program as yet this fact function is not known, so we will try to make this fact function. So we have two options to create this fact function before the main program or after the main program. And if we create it before the main program, so then we don't need to declare in the program body, so it will be beneficial for us to create it before the main program. We could even also create it after the main program, but in that case we need to declare the function and include in the main program. Okay, so now I am going to, this is the return type of the function, this is fact name of the function, this is the argument prototype, this is called function prototype. So next we will use if, and here we could use, instead to so as to make it different from the other, we could use n, otherwise it could also run from the variable I, but we use as a n as a function argument. So if n is greater than 1, then it will return n fact n minus 1. Else it will return 1. So this is the function fact. If value is greater than 1, it will reduce it by 1 and multiply then with number and return value. Then once again it will be iterated, and when value will come like 5 to 4, 3, 2, and when it will be 1, it will be not greater than 1, so this else will be executed, 1 will be returned. So this is the fact function using the recursive definition. So I am going to use clear screen over here. So this is the program. So now we are going to run this, control F9. So enter the number whose factorial is to be calculated. I am going to enter 5, and we are expecting its answer to be 120 because we know that 5 factorial is 120. Factorial of 5 is 120. Okay, fine. We will one more time we will run it, and this time we will enter 6, and we are expecting the answer 720. So let us see, answer is 720. So this is working fine. So means this program is working fine, and this program is very important from examination point of view. So you should prepare this one using the, particularly it will be mentioned that using the recursive definition, and this portion is the recursive definition. So that's all I have from this lecture, and if you have liked the lecture, please like, subscribe, share and comment. This is Dr. Rajesh saying goodbye, take care, bye bye, and see you soon.